Yeah, I guess that box wasn't draining fast enough because wasn't there like an extra dimensional box that they opened up and that was failing? And
Yeah, that was like putting a pinprick when you needed a tub drain.
well, what about that gate that was in the bank?
I don't remember any gate in the bank. I remember a gate in a bomb shelter.
Yeah,
I know what you're talking about now. You mean the plasma gate that goes from Night City to the bank vault. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know where it goes. I just read something about it.
Okay, yeah. There's a plasma. You need to get some plasma, and you can activate a gate. But the bank vault may be closed and locked. We don't know what the situation is there. But it gates to the bank vault.
Yeah, I don't really have enough money for scuba gear.
I was curious what other experiments you were going to do. I was all into it, and then you didn't do it.
This is part of it. This is tied to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, talking stuff about zones.
Oh no, you're imparting
totally
a lot of
useful.
good information. No doubt there.
We should do this more often. Anyway.
I hate to say you got the C team playing today here, Logan.
It's all right. Yeah, we're not Doc Fulton. We don't have matters of cosmic significance going on in our
Well,
lives.
even Doc Fulton doesn't know all the stuff that's going on because sometimes people don't think it's important enough to post, or they just find out information they don't know it's important, so they don't post it. It's like any other Nero event. Good stuff.
Right.
I mean, we're like the team that lost to the bad new Bears, is what we are.
We've been okay.
All right.
Okay.
So
You
yeah,
can
we got
do
like
it.
$1,000.
I believe in you.
Yeah. I've got a grand I got a grand in Sleestack bucks. I
Yeah,
don't know
like,
what the 1980s price for.
yeah, you can go ahead and wear some Slee Stack scuba gear and see how that works.
Yeah, see how
That'll
that
be
works out
fun.
with the horns.
I am
So
totally into
Shermer
this.
bucks, I only have $400. That's not good. That probably won't even buy a suit. However, we can go to. Let's see here. How many Guri?
And plus, if we shadow walk to Burlington and we're somewhere in Burlington zone completely underwater,
Mm-hmm.
we have to try to navigate that crap.
Yeah, exactly.
That could take a little while, more than a tank of scuba gear.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's only a Russian submarine there that we can use.
All right, I'll work on getting a Russian submarine there.
There's one. Or was.
Yeah. Have you been to Guri at all? Do you know what Guri is?
Gary's
No,
fun.
I don't.
Okay, Guri is also nicknamed The Rock.
Dun dun dun.
Has nothing to do with me.
Okay.
It's a future tech society. This is where we got the rad suits and the rad bags and the rad away drug that clears your system of any radiation.
Okay.
If you go there, you need to get a cred card. If you get a cred card, you'll automatically start 2,000 credits in debt, and you have until Logan, the end of the season. Was that it?
Yeah.
You have until the end of the season to settle that, or they're going to send bounty hunters after you, and then they'll charge that to your card too. So you need to find someone to manifest. If you want to trade anything, you need a commercial license. I'm going to send you a link to the pamphlet because there's a whole bunch of stuff here. Oh, come on.
Whatever happened in was it Cyber Hong Kong? Did that ever get resolved?
Oh God, I don't. We all gave up on Cyber Hong Kong. I think.
That's the spirit.
Yeah. I didn't have any Trump. I lost my Trump into the. No, I gave that to Jason. I'm sorry, to Raslin. I gave Raslin the Trump into that hotel room that we were in.
Okay.
In mainland. I've still got a lot of mainland yuan. I've got like $64,000 in mainland yuan, but it wasn't, when we last checked, it wasn't safe to go through Cyber Hong Kong because there was a massive civil war going on there. And New Sun, the The guy
Why don't we
who's
just
trying-
get go to one of these high tech places and get some gill implants or something like that? Cyber tech.
Yeah. Trying to see if I've got any Trump in there. No. So you'd have to shadow walk. And
Which I've never been. Yeah.
no, I'd have to
Come on,
shadow
guys.
walk. I'd have to shadow walk, and we'd probably wind up somewhere in Mongolia.
Well, also you've been to Guri. You know that Guri you can get cybernetic shit.
Yeah.
But
Future tech.
yeah.
So basically, if you don't have a credit card in Guri, they think you're a monster. And I don't know what they do to monsters because I got a credit card immediately.
And quick.
So you can go to Guri and get cybernetic gills.
If they have them. If they have them, I could try stopping off in Guri.
Yeah, gills all right. Get us all gills. We get like one of those little things, little fan motors, boom, 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 and just like pull us around underwater, and we can go see if anybody's on the phone.
Yeah, I only have 5,400 creds, and they take 10% every time you try and access your money.
Nice.
Any transaction is 10% tax on.
I got to get in that banking industry.
So I can, yeah, exactly. The corps are kind of merciless there, and yeah, I just linked Corb's flyer.
Yeah.
You see it?
I got
That'll tell you everything that I can tell you about Guri for the most part.
All right.
And you can decide if you want to go there and get in on the action. So I don't have a whole lot of money, but I can go check Guri.
And we don't have a way to get to Cyber Hong Kong.
Unless there's a cleanse.
Because I knew that really cool cyber doc. He was pretty neat.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, what I got for gear is Shermer. I don't have any money. Tri Kingdoms has some good stuff if you're looking for magic items.
Yeah, I got some blood notes.
Yeah, we got a bunch of blood notes in the embassy too. Yeah, Voras is okay for getting 1980s style tech that isn't wearable because everything's slee stacked there. And if you haven't had slee stack max, you're going to lose some sanity going there. Let's see what else I got in zones here.
We can work on our cannibalism.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sure. That sounds like fun. We got Doris here. We got lots of Doris here. Yeah, and then there's Genovia, which is basically the same tech level as this place. And I don't know what zone Bartertown is in. I suspect from the way people were talking that it's in Genovia. Because that seemed to be the tech level. The guy was working on a Gatling gun, So yeah. That seems to be Genovian level tech. So I've got Trump to get to Hika, which is one of the towns in Genovia.
Yeah.
That's about it. That's where I can go. We got Voras, Hika, the village, Gothic, that fortress that we found.
Yeah, the fortress was right by it. It was just across the desert.
Which I've been told is now occupied. Apparently, someone made their way through the minefield and took it over. Which is like ha-ha on them because the courts of chaos can get in and out of there too. So, because we had an unfortunate incident. That was the thing where Freddie killed the Amberite guy. That was that thing. And we basically tried to restrain him, and he threw us through a wall. That was fun. Then he went and slaughtered the page, and we tried to stop him, and he threw us through a wall again. Because he's
got beat up by Freddy?
Yes, we got very beat up by Freddy.
Shot his leg.
He is freakishly strong. Not the guy you want to have go berserk around you.
He's only dangerous when he's berserked. If he's not berserked, then he's pretty cowardly, which is just fucking weird.
Exactly. He won't. Yeah.
So he's either a berserker or a coward.
Mm.
Right. The only time he does anything really aggressive is when he's lost his mind,
So
or when he's got some kind of combustible.
right. So you've got at least 10 different zones that you could find out more shit about. There's numerous experiments that you could do if you want. It's all up to you. It's wide open.
Yep.
Unfortunately, there's so much stuff that I can see that being a bit baffling as to what to actually do.
Yeah. So any of those
perfect?
Any of those float your boat? Because I am definitely having a rougher day rather than a good day, so I'm not gonna. I'm straining for ideas, but it's not coming.
Just trying to think what I really want to try to achieve here.
Yeah.
Question. Now, I wasn't here, but why do we need to get, like, Bendik's body in the armor and the sword and all that good stuff?
Otherwise, people will be hunted and killed. Or worse.
Gotcha.
Does anybody have under 10 hero points left?
No.
No.
Okay, yeah.
I was going to say, I know Ralph isn't in that boat.
Then I will discard critical hero points replenish.
All right.
So you had experiments you wanted to do. It was just the bracelet? That was it?
There's a lot of stuff about the nature of reality that nobody else has ever even thought to experiment. They came up with a story as to why things are. They told everybody else that, and everybody else believed it, and they went with that. And I'm all good with that, but then it does make the players mad when they said, "You said it worked this other way." And I'm like, I didn't say shit.
He didn't say that at all. We said it worked that way. Yeah. The trick is coming up with the ideas, you know.
It is tricky.
Not coming right now. Yeah.
Yeah. There's so much shit that can be done. That's the downside of this campaign, is that there's literally a huge pile of shit, and you have to try to figure out which little piece do you want to work on.
Yeah, and you know that free range essentially breaks my will to live. So
right. That's why I started you guys on a mod. So
I know. You said that several times.
Yeah.
We know.
Yeah. So
I'm okay. I like what we've achieved. I mean,
we're doing okay. We're doing okay, but you know, I am renowned for free range. Just like I just freak out.
I know that.
Just walk
I know Ralph is good at figuring this shit out. So he doesn't get to play very often. So I figure,
Okay. Yeah, I'm just kind of poking around a little bit, kind of like what the players do, except I'm just not triggering global events.
Not yet. Although
Nope.
there are some things you could check out as far as global events go as well, because maybe you'll do something different than what Johnny Don't did.
Right, I understand.
Don't do what Johnny Don't does. Just remember that, Vincent. If somebody says, "What shouldn't you do?" say, "Don't do what Johnny Don't does."
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not got it. He doesn't got me. I can tell looking into his eyes. He's like, "Shut up, old timer. You're old. I don't have to listen to you anymore." Which is true. And in a few more years, I'll be dead, and then you'll say, "Ha! If he's so smart, why is he dead?"
You're dead, and there was lots of questions I had to ask that guy. That's what usually happens.
You have like outdoor survival-y kind of skills there, Rock?
I got really good deserts. I got professional desert skills, and a little better than hobbyists for other terrain. The only one I'm really helpless in is ice. Logan, you said there's now only 3 terrains: desert, other and ice.
Yep.
Frigid. Yeah.
Yeah, because Arctic and desert are very, very different, and everything else is kind of whether you're in a temperate forest or a carnivorous no, the other kind of
Carnivorous?
coniferous.
Carnivorous forest.
If you're in a carnivorous forest, then you better eat or be eaten. That's the thing there. But
Meters.
yeah,
I'm in a carnivorous forest and I don't have an axe. Anyway.
so an axe and a knife, and you're okay in most environments. But in desert, there's more shit, and in Arctic, there's different shit.
Yeah.
Having actually studied survival a lot and knowing that in my current body, it wouldn't matter. Now, I would just fucking die. But I would know what I was supposed to do. I would just, the body wouldn't do it, and then I would die.
Mhm.
But I'd know how to fucking do it.
Yeah.
Whatever happened with that
Training.
giant painting in that library?
Oh,
That's
what a
in-
question.
That's in McKay's. That's in McKay's office, which I don't think we have access to. That's where it was last time I saw it.
Yes, it was rolled up on the floor in McKay's office after literally a couple of seasons of working on it. They rolled it up and stored it away.
Right, and we don't have access to McKay's office without McKay's. So,
Right.
What's so special about the painting?
ooh,
Good question.
well, it's a painting of a library, and if you have sufficient mojo, you can will yourself into that library.
Gotcha.
Let's do it.
It's like a trump. If
Let's do
you're
it.
familiar with what the trumps do.
Let's go.
Great.
All right, let's try and get into McKay's office. Sure.
They don't let you into McKay's office.
Yeah.
I didn't say I was going to ask.
How would you like to attempt to break into McKay's office? They have guards and stuff to keep people like you out.
I am a second story man.
Ooh, well,
Where's his office?
no problem. His office is on the third floor of the embassy. It has windows and such, but they're usually closed. The problem you've got with trying to break into stuff here, you go walking around looking at it. The problem is that there's literally so many people here that they've got people out on the grounds and stuff, so somebody would probably notice you climbing up the building and shit. I mean, if the roof was covered with sombreros and you're on sombrero duty, you might be able to get it and stuff. But also, before you go through a lot of stuff on this, Rock does know some extra stuff if he can make a simple memory roll at full.
All right. Nope.
I was going to try this one. Ask, because there's all these people running all over the place here. Ask one of the guards. Well, we kind of just head back over to the bunker.
All right. There's two different kinds of guards. There's the Dora guards that are either human or miscellaneous fantasy race, or the rhino-headed guards, which all wear the livery of the Australian embassy, which includes the Australian flag, etc.
All right, Vince, I've got a mission for you.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's just see how this goes. You ready?
Yep.
Ask a guard ask. Do I want to
Here,
ask?
I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna AFK while you guys plan.
Sure.
Yeah.
Jack's got a plan.
You could either A, go ask Elwyn, but I think you should go inquire with one of Elwyn's staff and be like, excuse me, my colleagues in the bunker need access to the giant rolled up painting of the library.
Mm-hmm.
And you believe it's stored in McKay's office. If they can deliver it here, please.
I see where you're going with this.
You're nice, you're innocent looking, maybe you'll just be like, do, and maybe they're like, oh yeah, that nice guy needs it.
Mm-hmm.
And do you want a skill plus 5% card, Vince? And we don't hear you either.
Yeah, I can't hear anything from you.
Curse the
There you go.
microphone.
Yeah, we gotta
Yep.
fix that.
And it's fuzzy.
Here, take an assistant reroll.
Sure.
Alright, what should be plan B then?
What's that? What's plan B? You can always ask Elwyn directly, but I'm hoping if he's busy and passive, you know what I'm saying? And if somebody just comes up, maybe even one of the guards might just go fetch it.
Possibly.
Possibly. Worth a shot.
Try it.
Alright. Now, where is Elwyn's staff located?
They're all over the place. Not a physical wood staff. It's people who work around.
Gotcha.
It's in his pants.
The only problem is distinguishing them from the literal mound of humanity that is the embassy now.
That's why I said go
Place
talk to one of the guards.
like 1,000 people. Is that right, Logan? Is that what you said?
About 1,500 now. They've been breeding.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can ask one of the guards and they might direct you.
Gotcha.
Dun, dun, dun. Oh, here
All
we
right.
go.
He's got Mission Impossible. Let's do this.
You got 15 minutes. Go.
Jack Swade will self-destruct in 5 seconds.
Alright, that music. Alright, so I'm gonna look around for a one of Elwyn's staff.
Nobody's fucking labeled. They're just everybody's hurrying around. There's some people that are sewing things. There's some people that are carrying
Sure, if they have
things.
a specific uniform or something.
They don't even
All right.
have uniforms and stuff. It looks like people have like mismatched clothes. Some people are wearing like bits of clothes from other places and dimensions and shit, and other people are wearing full suits of cowboy clothes. The kids are running around half naked. They pretty much get like a long shirt and they get to run around in that, and then they can go. They've been instructed to go shit over there, and they let them pretty much run around naked as God intended.
Gotcha. Alright, in that case then, can I go up to one of the guards and
Rhino headed or Dora?
Dora.
All right. He looks at you suspiciously.
Can you put me in the general direction of one of Elwyn's many staff?
Yes. He says, you see that guy who's yelling at those other guys who are nailing the house together there? His name is Throm.
Throm?
That's right. He is
All right.
he is part of Elwyn's like staff guys. He's like one of his supervisors and stuff. He's that
right.
guy over there with the beard who looks really angry.
Alright. Thank you very much, sir. I kind of walk away, not in the straight direction, but
You begin meandering dangerously toward Throm, back and forth.
Okay. Now that the
Some of the
door is
people have
open-
stopped. Miscellaneous people have stopped, and they're watching you like going back and forth. And one's like, "Is he drunk? I don't know. Where'd you get alcohol? Can we get some alcohol? Hey, buddy, where'd you get the alcohol? Is there any more?
and back. No,
All right." They head off.
So I go to one of the Rhino Head people instead of the Doras.
He leans forward, peers at you suspiciously with his red eyes, and says, "You're not Joshua McKay."
No, I have a question. Can you put me in the
He
general
looks a bit
direction
panicked.
of one of Elwyn's staff?
He peers at you. You're not Alwyn, he says.
Yeah. I guess I go
He
approach.
looks around. All the humans kind of look alike to him, and he's trying to figure out which one is which. He's like, him? He points at, like, some lady who's carrying a pot.
Alright. I just go with the Thorm then.
Right. There's some guy with a bushy beard who's yelling, "No, no, no! You're doing it wrong." He looks at you. What do you want?
Can I get your assistance in me and my well, I'm looking for a giant rolled up painting of a library, but it's in McKay's office. I was wondering if you can do me a favor and retrieve it.
Hold on. Stand here and yell at these guys. I'll be right back.
All right.
Roll
Right.
intimidate.
Yeah. All right.
Sure,
Okay,
go ahead and give me an intimidate roll as you begin yelling at random people. You're not sure why.
No, that's not how you do that.
You scare the shit. They break and run. They flee the building. A couple of them are like hopping over the wall and shit.
You morons!
Odd one.
Oh, that's beautiful. Eventually,
They think you're a demon.
Throm comes back. He looks around. He goes, Where did they go?
Yeah, they said something about lunch break.
Oh, bastards. I hate this union bullshit, he says. All right. Yeah, I checked into it. Big delicate painting? No. Off limits. Plus, I was told that it doesn't have enough magic to work here anyway. And moving it, it's super delicate. They're worried that if you move it, it'll be destroyed.
Thank you for your time, then.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to go find those people and give them a piece of my mind, he says.
Yeah.
I go back to Suede and the Rock.
Yeah, that occurred to me while you were off doing that. The painting is like super difficult to move.
No, it's not. I've moved it. We shadow walked it.
Now
It'll
it's
be
out of
fine.
the frame. It's like a burrito.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. All right. We had a lot of trouble moving it. We had to get some pallets 3D printed out of Cyber Hong Kong and break them down and bring them back up. And yeah, it is super delicate and difficult to move without destroying.
Like it's doing a lot of good now.
Yeah, I know. Well, it's in McKay's office, and you know, I haven't questioned. I've tried to get access to McKay's office before, and that's You basically have to ask McKay.
And you gave me shit about being a team player.
I did.
Mm-hmm. You did.
Okay.
We took the Fortress of Solitude. And we're like, yeah, we want to hold on to this. We want to just keep it quiet for now.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, you're not a team player.
Okay. All right. Right.
Now you
Okay.
remember, huh? Yeah, there's McKay guy.
No, I don't remember. I'm taking your word for it now, buddy.
And I said, I am a team player, just maybe not on your team, but still.
Yes, exactly.
All
I'm
right.
sure I gave you shit. I give people shit all the time. I just don't remember it.
So do I.
I know.
And that's why we work so well together.
Exactly.
All right.
So
all right.
yeah, fucking burrito with it acts like Trump. It's probably if I could get into the fucking office, I might be able to do a pattern
What about the
analysis
ventilation?
and see if it's pattern.
There might be a vent in his office.
No, it's older.
No, there's no heating, ventilation, air conditioning. It's old style, which is like
God.
windows up top to let the heat out.
My thought is we should just try to reactivate it using blood magic, you know? Nobody's tried blood magic in a while, have they?
I don't even know what blood magic is.
Oh, we
Tell
need
me
a sacrifice. I look at Vince.
I point at like stone in the desk or cubicles.
If we built a temple and we just started marching all of these doors up the stairs.
Are you familiar with the Hand of Glory ceremony?
No.
Okay, because we have found a unlimited source of hands.
Okay.
Freddy keeps rolling really well, and he has to lose that hand every time he. Freddy keeps really killing it on the Dora restoration after sleep, and so I had to lop off his hand the other day, and I'm thinking that would be like a good source of hands for Hand of Glory.
It has to be a left hand, right?
I don't know.
right, Rob.
I've just heard about this Hand of Glory ritual, and We went to Burlington, and there were a lot of hands missing, and apparently people used that to get to close the gate to Burlington or something.
All right, this is about to sound really weird, but in art, we get to choose what we want to do, and I did a little bit of research about this, but the Hand of Glory is pretty much like a dried up hand, if I'm not mistaken. And pretty much I drew that. I got like A- on it. And my teacher looked really concerned with me with this ritual.
We're all really concerned with you.
I'm picturing that scene in the Addams Family where Wednesday draws Calpurnia Addams, the witch who enslaved the minister, and she's burning at the stake. And yeah,
because I think I drew a hand like this. Yeah.
Yeah, I drew snakes I drew skulls with snakes coming out of their heads. So
Next time, Rocky might want to just cut off both of his hands. That way, he can at least sleep 2 nights in a row.
Well, in any event, I am a source of fresh hands. I got to find whoever can cast that hand of glory spell, because I play with, I frequent with Freddy a lot. So, and he's not real lucky on this one. I did manage to we're in the bunker, right?
Yes.
Yeah. I did manage to have him chop off his hand for Elwyn when it grew back one time, which got him in good graces with Elwyn, because he had really pissed Elwyn off. He had apparently burned his hand or something. So hand for a hand. It just happens way too often. It happens way too often for this guy. He's like afraid to go to sleep. He's afraid to go to sleep because he'll wake up and he's got a hand.
We put him through a whole bunch of stuff, and we got him like a cybernetic eye. We did some cybernetic brain surgery on him. I spent like half of his money on Chinese food and prostitutes. And then the next night, boom, he lost it all and got his eye back.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him. That's him. And Spark of Divinity. He always seems to draw Spark of Divinity. So his attributes just keep going up.
Do you remember how he burned Elwyn's hand?
No, actually, I only heard that he burned Elwyn's hand.
Oh.
I haven't heard the whole story.
The whole story is even funnier. It's the kind of thing you would look at Freddy and go,
"What is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll chat him up on Discord later on and ask him for the full story on that one.
Oh yeah.
That's fun. All right. Yeah. So Ellen was really pissed with him. I was like, oh my God, he's going to chop off his hand to get in better graces with Elvin. Made my fast, I did enough good fast talking and it worked. So now he is allowed in the embassy, but only under strict guard.
I forgot to mention that.
Only allowed in his doghouse.
Yes, he does have a doghouse, but it looks like it's been made in a pit, and when it rains, it fills up the pit. And there's been talk about fixing it, but they never get around to it. But fortunately, he's got a second story on his doghouse, so he has to crawl through mud and slime, and then go up to his second story where he sleeps in a giant dog basket.
What's he do to get that sort of punishment?
He was extremely rude to everyone in the embassy and then burned Elwyn's hand.
Gotcha.
And they just said, fuck this guy.
Does Elwyn still have his hand, or is it just gone?
Good question. Is Elwyn's hand still burned? Is it like horribly scarred?
You haven't taken a close look at it. It's not obviously hideous, or anything like that, but you haven't looked at it in a while.
Put some makeup on.
Okay. Yeah, we can check up on that.
No, you can go grab his hand and go, what's up with this?
That'll be good.
Is this your masturbation hand?
Yeah. Which hand is horribly burned and scarred? Can we see?
Yeah,
I want to write this down in my medical journal.
Yeah, you can go do that if you want.
Yeah, so Freddy has an interesting story about that pit. It's a crater from a rocket launcher. He just left the crater there. That was where the Joker attacked us, and the MIBs came, and I told them about the rocket launcher without saying rocket launcher, and Yeah,
The
he
rocket
built
fell.
it in the crater from the rocket explosion.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I can't remember why he thought it was a good idea to build it in the crater.
He did think it was a good idea, though.
He had some kind of rationale, yeah.
Yep.
Hidden fort in there.
I think it was that he wanted cover from future attacks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This little doghouse will definitely protect him.
Yeah, well, that's why he needs the earthen walls. He was going for trench doghouse warfare.
This is amazing.
Yeah. Well, I got Freddy stories out the wazoo. And I'm sure everybody else has rock stories out the wazoo because I've done some pretty bizarre shit too.
No, none of the NPCs like Freddy. I've been thinking about it, and I don't think one NPC likes Freddy.
There was one time where Freddy got in trouble in Voras. He had all these charges leveled against him because he ran somebody over. He claimed he was trying to save him or save people. It was necessary in the course of So he ran some people over, and we were just adding charges to his record. We were suggesting other things that because we like to mess with Freddy sometimes.
I think when I started to play, I burnt down like a hotel. Then, since it was signed underneath Freddy's name, it just went straight to him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's enough Freddy stories.
You
The poor guy. He has rotten luck. Just rotten luck.
See, his luck is like 129.
Yeah, no, I'm talking real world luck.
Yeah, that's true. It's like he's like incredibly fast. He's incredibly lucky in game, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, the dice hate that guy. The dice just hate him. So yeah, he's the guy who was flying our car over the desert, and we didn't bother to get into our radiation suits, and we wound up getting ourselves contaminated and all our gear contaminated for the most part, and we had to fly back out of the desert.
Is the car contaminated, or did you guys get that fixed?
We ditched the car because the car was contaminated, yes. So we were going to buy another car.
And how expensive are those cars usually?
5,000 blood notes.
Yeah.
If you make your bargain, if you can bargain well. If you can't, we wound up paying 7,000 for the first one.
I think I have like 100 blood nodes or something. Wow.
Yeah, there's money storage. There's and Freddy, if you get blood notes from Freddy, you should know that most of them are counterfeits. And I'm not so sure how safe. Yeah, we got 10,000 blood notes in storage at the embassy. But Freddy has a lot of counterfeit blood notes, so ask him if you get blood notes from Freddy. Ask him if they're counterfeit or not, because you may or may not want to be spending counterfeit money.
Yeah, I don't feel like going to jail.
Mm-hmm.
Question: since you guys have devolved into war stories at this point, do we want to go ahead and end the session now?
Yeah, we can.
All right.
Sounds good.
Before we sign off on the recording part, who's got ideas for a title for this? I've got a couple ideas already written down, and I'll present those after you guys give some for cards here.
Walking in your footsteps.
There you go.
The rise of the sombreros.
Yeah,
Cultural appropriation is bad.
yeah, just following footsteps or something like that.
Yeah, I like that. That's good.
Come up with other stuff because you get cards for these. Walking in your footsteps. Yeah, that's about what we did there.
Well, the rustic card, the ones that okay, here's what we've got so far: following footsteps, walking in your footsteps, chasing the tail. I think Ralph had actually brought that one up. And Deathclaw hookers. Somebody mentioned that. I don't think the session was centered around Deathclaw hookers, but somebody did bring that up. So, which one do you guys like the best?
Walking in your footsteps. I like that one.
Yeah. Anybody else have an opinion? Yes.
I'm good with that.
All right.
I'm good with that.
Cool. Right. Vince, what have you got to say to the studio audience and billions of fans out there?
Speak more often.
Yeah, I agree. And Russ?
We're sorry, Freddie.
And Ralph?
Thank you for joining us. Please join us next time.
Ooh, advertising.